Hey, I won't be talking about that much about Silicon Valley, but definitely about robots and street art, and it will all lead to Silicon Valley in some kind of a logical way. So just follow my story. So I'm an active street artist, also head of a street art festival, Stensibility, held in Tartu, Estonia, and the co-founder of a Silicon Valley / Estonian startup that's developing robots that climb on walls and print art on the walls using spray paint. I did my first street art intervention when I was about 16. And like every other kid, I went to school and I used the same streets. And when I was walking, then I started to notice more, like the surroundings, notice the small details. And actually what I noticed the most was that nothing ever changed. It was all the same. I was using the same streets back and forth, back and forth. And for me, it was like actually really depressing, because if you imagine like a winter morning in Estonia, it's really cold, it's dark, I really did not want to go to school. And it's something I would call a gray walk. That's an uninspiring, functional walk to just from point A to point B. And like actually we all do it. We're walking from home to school, just switching off our brains for this because it's boring, it doesn't motivate. And when I was 16, I decided to change it, to take action. And I started to write these small uplifting messages on my school way, like just on electricity boxes, fences, backsides of the traffic signs, just to remind myself to see the positive side. And I did a sticker with the text, "The summer is on its way." And we have some volunteers here who will all give you also the stickers, so you could have the same experience I had. And I really encourage you to put it on your gray walk, somewhere where you feel that you need this empowering message or something that will remind you to see the positive side. Because I think it's important to surround yourself with art. And I really like to do it because art has this power to create new thoughts and create new feelings. And it's like one of my favorite things to do. And if you imagine yourself walking on the street, what are the visuals you see? And most of it is advertising and commercial messages. And like as art, advertising also has a power to create new thoughts and feelings, but it's something like you're not enough when you don't have this or that. And it's just this then really unhealthy balance of art and ads. And we are so used with being surrounded by advertising, we think it's something we can't change. But actually with the public space, it's if you use social media or read a magazine and there's advertising, you can have this, you can choose whether you use it or not, whether you log in, whether you buy the magazine. But we can't choose whether we use the streets, whether we use the public space. And you can't switch off the advertising. And I was as a street artist, I was for the same cause, adding art to our public space. But I was doing good, but it's still, like I was alone, and I couldn't create the change I wanted. And then I decided to sit in an organizer's chair, and I started to invite more artists to my hometown. And that's how Ostensibility Street Art Festival was born. And with 10 years of work, we could actually change how my hometown looked like. Here are a few of the examples. But it was still like 10 years of work and one town. And there are so many like similar places that just need art, something to create these new thoughts and feelings. And like I needed a scalable solution. Everyone likes this word here. And about like 3 years ago, my brother invented this robot that climbs on walls and prints art using spray paint. And this one robot is capable of printing 15 murals this big a month. So, and we can build the robots as many as we want. So potentially, we're able to cover like every blank wall in the world. And from the day one, we were thinking really big. And if we have this potential, why shouldn't we take it as our goal? And then 2 years ago, at the same TechChill, something really amazing happened to us. And I'm really like big thank you for everyone, because it really changed our company. So the story is, we won the pitching contest, and the prize was a trip to Silicon Valley with a program to meet the investors and mentors. And we went there, and we did like what every street artist would have done. So we went to do a guerrilla demo in front of the main entrance of the festival that wasn't even part of the TechChill program. But so we were outside printing the portrait of main organizer of the event, Jason Kalakanis, who's also an active angel investor in Silicon Valley. He has invested in Airbnb, Uber, Tesla. So he came out to see what we're doing, and he said, wow, you should be on the main stage showing the same product. And on the stage, he said that he's going to invest in our company, and he's going to accept us in his incubator in San Francisco. So suddenly we were in Silicon Valley, and really high-end investors approaching us. And it felt like it's all we ever wanted, right? But actually, all like I ever wanted was to put uplifting messages on my schoolway to my grey walk. Because then, being there, when the potential of our technology was rising, then we came across with another problem. There were so many people who saw the potential of the printer in advertising because it's more profitable this way. And that got me thinking on like so many different thoughts, because like they were like really like missing the concept of why this robot even built, but this concept is only in my head. And it got me thinking, like, actually it's like this with every startup. Like, we had created a technology that's able to print any image on the wall. But it's more than this technology, it's what we do with this capability. And it's like this with every startup or every investor. You have the option to choose where you want to push the world towards. And like I really want to like bring beauty and meaning to public space instead of like manipulating people to buy more than they need, actually. And like if I say it on the stage like this, it sounds really simple, but we are struggling with this same thing like every day. Should we like choose what we print on the walls? Should we like say no to profitable projects just because it doesn't go together with our beliefs? Like, are we like a service provider, or are we world changer? And these dilemmas are in our head, like, as I said, like every day we're thinking about this. And I don't have the answers. The only thing I know, what I want to do. I want to paint the world. And I see that like public space should be shaped by the people who use it. So we choose what we want to see when we walk home from work or school. And I want to do a collection of all the blank walls that desperately need art on them. And I have created a website where everyone can go and upload the walls with the location. So you don't even need to be the owner. You just, if you feel that this space should have art on it, then you can have your say and upload the image, and I will have a collection of the walls. I can connect them with different art projects, and everyone benefits. Yeah, that's the how you can help me. Thank you.
Wow, thank you. Thank you, Stella, for this hard, kind of, I don't know, a little bit heartbreaking, actually, speech. Do we have any questions from the audience? We have a catch box here, so if you have a question, just put up your hand and we'll give it to you.
Do you have a space that you've already found here in Riga that you're going to paint?
When I was walking here, it's a really, really long street.
This is the longest street.
Yeah, there I saw like up to like 10 potential walls that could be covered right now.
So how can we help you to get your painting on a wall?
With the robot?
Yeah.
One day.
All right. Let's try to get it done.
There's a question.
Hi, thank you. So you are fighting to decide, so you're either painting the wall or the world, right? Thank you for the presentation, really enjoyed it. I wanted to ask you, how do you deal with stakeholders in the meaning of like society as a stakeholder? I do sense there might have been different opinions on what is art and you know, why my wall, etc. How do you deal with it? So is it Tartu? Have you had, have you had problems on that? And how do you deal with that?
Problems with the wall owners?
With the society's reaction to, why this wall, why this painting, my opinion, any approvals, etc. Has there been any challenges on that?
Yeah, of course, always like, it's really difficult to argue about art. Like, it's what one likes, the other doesn't. And yeah, we have tried doing, for example, sketch contests, so everyone can participate and everyone can vote, so the choosing would be also really democratic. So there are different ways. Like also, if you choose the wall to be blank, it's also your own choice.
All right, any more questions in the audience? Someone in the back? No more questions. All right. Yanis, you have one question? Yeah.
Just so how do you respond, or not respond to potential acquisitions? But obviously, this technology now can be easily copied, right? Or has it been patented? Technology, the actual printer. So the question is, competition. So is there a competition already that sells this service to Coca-Cola to print their ads on the wall? Mm-hmm. Is there?
There are no solutions like this. I think one of the benefits we have is that it's really easy to carry the printers. It fits in 2 suitcases. So all of the other wall printers, they're really huge, with these poles as big as the walls.
And tell me, like, I'm interested about the conversation that you have with somebody that would want to print an ad. How do you explain it, your vision? Why would you not print his ad for, I don't know, $100,000?
Yeah, I know that's a really good question, and we have been in the same situation. For example, we did a big project with Nissan in LA. And we printed the backside of a car ad. And like, theoretically, we didn't touch the commercial messaging, but we were part of the project. So, and like, as I said, I don't have the answers. Like, that's my dilemma. And we are inside of it. And in Nissan's case, in the end, we did it. But we were like, it was really difficult to decide.
Have you heard about, there's this shoe company, Tom's, right? Do you know about the shoe company? No? So there's the shoe company, Tom's, that gives shoes to a kid who has no shoes if you buy one pair. And the founder of that company previously actually had a business where he was painting walls in LA. And what he was doing that time was that he was painting music artists' album covers with no commercial message, just as art. And maybe this is something you can consider, that like there is someone who needs this, and they're ready to pay, but it's not a commercial thing.
Yeah, I mean, like, what's the first reaction when people see a beautiful mural? To take a photo of it and post it on the social media. So you can connect it with like hashtags or have your commercial messaging in social media.
Yeah. All right, thank you so much.
Thank you.